Hello, my name is Dr. Richard Horowitz, and I'm co-host of the free online Healing from Lyme Disease Summit, sponsored by Doctors Talks, June 4th to the 10th, 2024. During our summit, you're going to gather the tools that you need to get your life back if you suffer from chronic tick-borne illnesses. In this next interview, you'll meet Sharon, a woman who was sick most of her life. Before seeing me, she was diagnosed with early Alzheimer's disease. Yet, as you'll see, she had Lyme and associated co-infections that were keeping her ill, along with multiple MSIDS factors, including immune deficiency, leaky gut and food allergies, mold toxicity with heavy metal toxins, POTS, and low adrenal function. All of these issues needed to be fixed before she was fully able to regain her health. She had all the major Lyme disease symptoms that most people suffer with, except in her case, she was not in a wheelchair, as many have been. But her severe fatigue and severe brain fog was ruining her life. Sharon's story is one you'll likely relate to, as it is a story of hope and illustrates the power of dapsone combination therapy while treating MSIDS factors finally got her in remission during the last 2 years. We still need to work on heavy metals and mold, but every month she's getting better and better. And as you will see, the diagnosis of early Alzheimer's was just wrong. Here is Sharon's story.
I am really thrilled to talk to you today because I feel so much better than I have for most of my adult life. I first started asking doctors about my symptoms in 1995. I was 35 years old, and Lyme disease didn't show up on any of my blood tests. And I was told that I was working too hard, that of course I had 3 children and I was working too hard, and then I was premenopausal and then I was menopausal. So there was always a reason why I felt incredibly fatigued and had severe, severe brain fog. I eventually, in 2014, went to a neurologist who sent my blood work to Stony Brook, and they diagnosed me as having Lyme and eventually Bartonella and Babesia. But at the same time, I was actually also going to a clinic in New York that was treating people with early onset Alzheimer's, because that was my diagnosis at that time. With the neurologist, I did some antibiotic treatments. I was on an IVIG treatment, and I did that for about 2 or 3 years. With the same kind of results as other people have said, feeling better for a while and then getting really sick again. I had all of the symptoms that everyone else has talked about, except I didn't have to be in a wheelchair, but I had leaky gut, food allergies, mold, heavy metals, POTS, immune deficiency, low adrenals, anxiety. I had tinnitus, joint pain, which included double frozen shoulders. But the worst really was the brain fog and disorientation. And at some points at the very end, not being able to, having trouble finding my way home, and the severe fatigue. So I was thrilled when Dr. Horowitz started seeing patients again. I went straight there, and he did the same thing with me. We talked for 4 to 6 hours, and he explained the protocol. And I went on the double dapsone, and by the time I finished, I would say I was about 85 to 90% normal. Everything has been incredible. I've been in remission for 2 years. I still am working with Dr. Horowitz, and after the protocol, we worked on heavy metals detox and mold detox. And there's still a few symptoms that I have, which include tinnitus and tremors and still a little brain fog. And so I spoke with him this week, actually, and we're going to do a dapsone pulse to see if I can get to 100% better, which is what my goal is. And I'm not giving up until I get there. I will say the herxing for me in the last month was quite bad. The last 2 weeks, I was really on my back the entire time. And if I tried to walk up and down any stairs, I had to, stop every 2 or 3 steps and catch my breath. The last week, my lips turned blue, and everyone who knew me thought that I was out of my mind. And I did glutathione, and I did the red light sauna every day, and that definitely helped with my symptoms. It took me about 3 to 6 months to really start feeling better. But what I noticed was that every month I felt better and better. And by 6 months, I thought I was better. And then at 12 months, I was like, oh my God, I feel amazing. And it's just been an incredible experience of rejuvenation and enjoying health. And I think it's a miracle. And I'm so, so grateful to Dr. Horowitz. Thank you so much.
You just heard one more success story of dapsone combination therapy and the importance of addressing abnormalities on the 16-point MSIDS map. During this free online Healing from Lyme Disease Summit, sponsored by Doctors Talks, which airs June 4th to the 10th, 2024, you will hear from 40 to 50 of the world's experts who share with you the tools you need to help you get your life back. You will learn more about these protocols in the MSIDS map in the journals Healthcare, published in 2018, and in the International Journal of General Medicine, 2019, in Precision Medicine Part 1 and Part 2. You can also learn about these protocols in my New York Times bestseller, Why Can't I Get Better? And national bestseller, How Can I Get Better? As well as all the recent improvements in the dapsone protocol to make it safer, more tolerable, and even more efficacious in treating Bartonella in our last publication, published in the journal Microorganisms, September 2023. So please join me as our guest and tell everyone you know about this amazing Healing from Lyme Disease Summit, June 4th to the 10th, 2024, sponsored by Doctors Talks. Please mark your calendar with these important dates. I know you're going to get a lot out of it, and I hope to see you there.